Hey, hello, bonjour, bonjour. How are you all doing today, beautiful people from YouTube? Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cyril. I used to be a stem cell researcher for quite some time, and this is why I can tell you about the science behind skincare ingredients. And today it's going to be all about your eyes. Well, all about your eye area. So I'm going to give you like some super duper juicy tips in order to elevate your eye skincare routine. So let's start it. So the first tip, without any surprise, is of course going to be simply with your sunscreen. Please people, wear sunscreen around your eyes. This is like an absolute requirement, like no choice. Wear your damn sunscreen around your eyes. Also, another very important tip is that when you go outside and there is like a tiny bit of sun, what do? You wear sunglasses. I've talked about those one in my favorites. You don't have to wear those one, of course, but I really love them. They are the News optics. What I love about them is that they come in this case. They are so lightweight and they feel like nothing on the eyes. I really like them. I will leave them the link down below. I think they're also cheap internationally. I mean, I don't think, I am sure of it. If you want to try those ones, they are very inexpensive. I am not affiliate or anything. I paid them myself, but I really love them. Also, what you can do even better actually is to buy like those huge, humongous sunglasses like that to basically cover at least 1/3 of your face, maybe even more. That would be of course fantastic, but really like sunglasses, they would be even better than sunscreen, but you do need to wear both of them. The second tip, which is also related to sunscreen, I know finding a good sunscreen, it's an absolute nightmare. Of course, SPF 50 plus, at least a PA rating of 4+. If you're in Europe, if you're in Australia, you will guarantee that it has at least a UVA protection of 20. I have a zillion of videos about sunscreen protection, tips with sunscreen and blah blah blah. One main issue, and this is why I wanted to include it in this video, is that some sunscreen, they do migrate into your eyes, and oh my, you know this feeling, your eyes are burning, it stings. I mean, it's just not lovely. What you can do, even though you don't wear makeup, is to just use powder very close to your waterline. So just around here, you don't need to powder your under eyes, because, well, you don't want to dehydrate your under eyes, so I would encourage you to not to, but just here. So you can just use like the tip of your fingers with powder and you apply it like this. And also don't forget your top lid. So like that, it will prevent the migration of the sunscreen into your eyes. This is something that is very convenient. So if you have your favorite sunscreen, this is what you do to prevent any, how can I say this, like, yeah, any migration from your sunscreen, basically. The next tip is about makeup removal. I mean, there are on the net those horrendous, dreadful, horrible videos when you see someone like rubbing their eye like crazy to get rid of the makeup. Please don't. Please do not do this. Oh my god, no. Don't like irritate your eye and then they will be a little bit swollen, red, and etc. I mean, for the skin, it's like a skin nightmare. So don't do this. Instead, I mean, use your cleansing oil, like the one from DHE, the cleansing balm also from Clinique, whatever you are using. But if upon application, if you don't see the makeup like that melts right away and that you need to put on the work, it just means that you are not using the proper product. Like the Clinique one, take the day off, the balm, take the day off, is so wonderful, and upon contact you can dissolve everything. And what I usually do is that I scoop a lot of it on my hands, massage it, distribute it on my face. I use the tip of my fingers, and at the end, what is left, but you can even add more if you have a lot of mascara and makeup, etc. Just add a little bit more, melt it, and then you gently massage it like that, and you rinse it. Another tip that is related to cleansing of the eye, of the eyes, gosh, one of the problems that when you are doing this, some of the balm but also the oil can seep into your eyes, and then you have like a blurry vision. Also, if you are just wearing like eyeliner or something like that, sometimes, is it eyeliner? I don't know actually in English, whatever, but when you have makeup, it can go also into your eyes, so you know, like you have like those black stuff into your eyes, whatever. So just use saline to rinse them. They are very inexpensive. Once you have done with your cleansing routine, you just do it inside your eyes to just rinse them. This is a tip that I've learned from a French YouTuber. I really love her personality. If you know her, this is Hélène from Mon Blog de Filles, but probably you do not unless you understand French. Anyway, so the next tip is of course about hydration. I mean, hydration is like the fundamental of any skincare routine. I do find that, especially for under the eye, it makes the biggest difference. You know, when you have like those very fine lines, I'm not talking about like deep wrinkles that unfortunately we do have while we age. I'm really talking about those really fine lines that almost give the your eyes this crêpe look and etc. One of the easiest solution is to simply use a product that is full of humectant to really increase the water content on the surface of your eye area. Do you have to buy like a dedicated product for the eyes? No, absolutely not. No need. The one from your face works wonderfully. What you can do, especially if your under eye is really more dehydrated than the rest of your face, you can use one of those products only on your face because those ones, they are very, very hydrating. The first one that I don't talk about enough, but that is so wonderful, is the one from Klairs. This one, the Fundamental Water Oil Drop. I mean, this one does not contain any oil, by the way, but this one is wonderful. The way that I do it's very simple. So it comes in this humongous pipette. So I do one drop, ping, do it like this, and then I massage it under my eyes and then on my top lid. Other products, I mean, without any surprise, HA5 Rich. Why I have some difficulties to say this name, I don't know. From Geek and Gorgeous, very, very inexpensive. If you want a French one, have the one from SVR, the Beta Hydra Ampoule, that is so wonderful, really wonderful, but like, pack it on. Do you have to use those one? No. If you have like already your favorite product, please do. Then the next tip that goes with this one, once you have applied those very rich humectant based product, you will need to lock in the water. So important. This is why you do need an eye cream. When I say you do need an eye cream, do I mean that this product has to be marketed only for the eyes? Absolutely not. And you will see most of the products that I recommend actually are not for the eyes. The first one that is probably one of my favorite is the Perfect Gel from Adalabo. Be careful if you are wearing makeup and also with some sunscreen, it can buzz up under, so you can just use it in the evening. This one is so lovely, so affordable, like crazy affordable. What I love to do with this one is that at the end of my routine, when I'm ready to lock in the water, I apply like a ton, a little bit on the top lid, but on the lower lid, especially here, I really apply a lot. I go crazy into town, and because this is so inexpensive, I'm like, girl, go for it. Another one, you are not going to like me a lot because it is not super easy to find it. You can find it on the Docodemo website. Like always, I have all the links down below, but this is the IADA medicated balm. So this one is truly a balm. I'm almost out of this one, but hopefully I have received my order from them. All those products I've paid for them, by the way. So this one is a balm, so you just melt a little bit on your eyes, on your fingers, and you apply it. And again, look at your under eyes. If you find like an area is drier than another one, most of the time, especially here, you reapply it. You go with more. This is always an issue that I have with my partner. He doesn't apply enough, and every time I'm like, listen to me, go into town with it, like go crazy. And the next morning, usually when he listens to me, his eyes are like made of plastic. They are so smooth, the skin is so plump, you will see a major difference. If you do want and you don't mind to have like a dedicated product on your eyes, you have this one also from Paula Choice, the anti-aging eye cream. This one is a very, very very lovely one. It's really rich in shea butter. It is of course way more expensive. I do not like the fact that it comes in 50 ml. I'm like, give me more, Paula Choice. If you are watching me, give me more. 15 ml, no, we need 30 ml. But this is a really good one. If you have the budget, this one is an excellent one, especially for the evening. The last one that is super duper extra budget friendly, that is a very recent one. This is this one from Bioderma. This is the Atoderm Intensive Eye. Oh my, this one. It's like crazy, insane hydration. When I say insane, it's like really, really insane. It's a lot and a lot of it. Again, you can also use it almost as a mask. Be careful to not apply it too close to waterline, but this one is like, in all the products that I've showed you, I think this is the one that is the most occlusive, simply because it has mineral oil. And mineral oil is like life. If you want to say hair twirl, which is transepidermal water loss, if you want like to stop it immediately, this is paraffin oil that will help you. So this one is good. It's pretty inexpensive. You cannot use it during the day though, because it's way too greasy. But if you have really a crepey under eye, this is what you should do. Okay, now let's talk about exfoliation, because nobody talks about this, but you will see a major difference if you exfoliate your under eyes. So like always, don't use a scrub, especially under the eyes. I mean, hell no. But you can use acid. One of my favorite acid for the under eye is PHA, as simple as that, like the one from Geek and Gorgeous, very inexpensive. So this one contains 4% of polyhydroxy acid. Polyhydroxy acid are very gentle. I have the big bottle because I am bougie. So this is what, but you can get also the small one. If you already have like your whole routine for your face set that is working and etc., you can buy this one in 30 ml, if I'm not mistaken, to use it on the eyes. But, and there is a but, be very careful when you are using acid on your eyes, because of course you do not want to over exfoliate, but also you do not want it to transfer into your eyes, or else it's going to be a huge mess. So a little bit on your fingers, tac tac tac, you massage it, and voila, but don't go crazy with it. Still on the actives topic, of course, I have a lot of questions like, what anti-aging serum do you advise me for your under eyes and etc. And I'm like, use the same one as for your face, like retinol, people, retinol. So without any surprise, Paula's Choice Retinol starts very slowly because the under eyes can be, actually the under eyes and also the top lid can be more sensitive. Whether you are using retinol, you can use retinaldehyde, but you know me, I always advise you with retinol. Some people, I say some people, but be very careful, can also use tretinoin under your eyes. Or you are already on tret, but for your eyes it's like a big no-no, so use retinol instead. For example, tretinoin for the face. For your under eyes and your lips, for example, you can use the 0.3 retinol. And like always, you introduce it very slowly, not every single day like a crazy person. No, you go slowly, people, very slowly. But you do not have to buy like something that is really dedicated for the eyes. To me, it makes no sense. So the retinol, I also always recommend the same one. Not because I am sponsored by Paula's Choice. I mean, I would probably accept it if I can say whatever I want, like usual, because I do not like anyone to interfere with my content. Anyway, but I always recommend them because those ones, they are the one that have the most experience with, and I know that they are really working. If you are really on a tight budget, or you are simply, hell no, I'm already using expensive product on my face, I'm not going to buy again another expensive product, use the one from The Ordinary, as simple as that. But don't keep it for more than 3 months though. Another one, also from Paula's Choice, and I don't really have an alternative to it, I have to say, but I've already talked about it. This is the Clinical Ceramide Enriched Firming Moisturizer. What the hell with this name? But this one contains 0.1 retinol with a wonderful blend of ceramide. So for the eyes, it's like life, and there are a ton of derivative of vitamin C. So for those of you who tend to have a little bit more of crepey under eyes, I have a whole video dedicated to it, by the way. You also have like some brown dark circles, so they are not bluish, or simply you want to have like more powerful blend of active. This one is a good one. They do have the one dedicated to the eyes. You're the one for the face, really, because they are almost the same price. I will not bother. Okay, other bougie actives for the under eyes. This one would be only for those of you just want more. You like to have like very complex formula and etc. Does it mean that it necessarily works? No, absolutely no. But you can give it a try if you want to have more basically if you are like me. And this is the NIOD, the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. So this one is very expensive. You are going to keep it for a long time though, but this one is a really beautiful formula based on peptides. I have a whole video about peptides. Are they a must, a requirement? No, they are not. If you want more, you can use this one, or you do one from The Ordinary. The Copper Buffet would be also lovely. The last two things, they are going to be about vitamin C and derivative of vitamin C. If you can tolerate it, but again, be careful, use the vitamin C. I mean, you have already heard me talk about it 1000 times. The C-Glow from Geek and Gorgeous. This is not this one. This is the hyaluronic acid. But this one is life. If you cannot tolerate it, or if you want to add derivatives on top of this form, there is two. One that is super duper gentle. This for those of you who are very sensitive under eye. Use the Ascorbyl glucoside form of vitamin C. The one from The Ordinary is very well done. Very watery. If you do have a lot of hyperpigmentation under your eyes, but again they are pretty sensitive, use the one from NIOD. I think this is one of the best on the market, the 30% ethylated L-ascorbic acid. Be careful, this is a derivative, but this one on hyperpigmentation is a good one to consider. Yeah, basically that's it. It was a lot. It was really a lot of info. I hope you did like this video. Leave a suggestion down below. Tell me what you thought about this video, like always. Thank you so much for being here, beautiful people. What else? Of course, if you did like the video, you give it a thumbs up. You do not forget to subscribe, especially if you are new, because you will make me happy. Don't forget also the beautiful bell, you know, the ding. Please ring it. Also, you can check my 2 Instagram accounts. I have one in English, one in French. Also, a lot is happening on my Instagram. And well, basically that's it. See you next time. Au revoir.